Hello everybody. In this short video, we're going to show you a brief demo of Compport survey. Compport survey is a combination of 50 ready-to-launch surveys, which are based on our own research, covering the whole employee life cycle from starting till the exit time. It also has the functionality to design your own survey, where you can actually put your own questions, this type of responses, and so on. Then in the dashboard analytics, you can actually track what kind of responses you're receiving. You have a detailed analytics which can be cut across through the organization with filter option, and you can go deeper into the overall survey response and get some insights to plan your action planning. And the last area, which is action planning zone, you can identify some of the key concern areas which have been identified through these surveys, put some key actions around them, and allocate those actions to a specific set of employees, managers, leaders across the organization, and then track them who is taking action which are dedicated to them, and then complete the overall action planning process. Let's look at the ready to launch survey. In the ready to launch survey, you have 6 key areas which are employee life cycle, has various questionnaires like career advancement, clarity and alignment, learning and development, and so on. It moves on to the employee insights, where you can actually find surveys related to getting some insights on launching the vision and strategy and objective, on the competition, culture, values, some other insights, and so on. The third section talks about know your employees, where the surveys actually cover what are their career aspirations, what are the communication preferences, mobility preferences, and so on of the employees. We also have a DARE survey, which are very much unique surveys which we actually provide in this set of 50 surveys, followed by feeling the pulse of employees, when you are launching an agility factors, having a compensation plan benefits launch, trying to understand the moods of the employee, resilience level of the employees, and so on. And then the last section is a very comprehensive employee engagement and trust surveys, which are a little more detailed survey than the other sections. In usual survey, we have about 8 to 12 questions, but in Pulse and Trust survey, you have about 30-35 questions. Now, each of the questionnaire, when you select, the system allows you to launch these surveys in just simple 3 minutes, and will show you with a particular survey which you have already planned. So you actually go into the dashboard and use this survey which you have already designed in this demo. This survey is reward and recognition. You can actually put it under a category and save it. You can also add a background image if you like to put some branding about your company. To begin with, you are allowed to put some sort of welcome message, and this is editable. You can of course change it. Similar to that, you can also put a thank you message to the participants, which will be shown to them on the screen once they complete the survey. After deciding these two things, you will move to the next level, where all the questions which are belonging to this ready to use survey will be actually appearing here. And the good part is that you have an option to edit these questions, in fact change the response type and so on, or delete any of the questions which you think is not relevant to your organization. After you are satisfied with the number of questions, with the tone, the language, the response type, you can click on the next, and then it will allow you to actually identify some sort of population. This population is using our demographic filters of employee data, and through this employee data demographics, you can actually choose, I want to launch survey only to India employees, or only to some specific levels, or any other function for that matter, and put a cutoff date which will be which will allow only the participants who have joined up to this date, and then move on to the next. This is about the selection of your target population for this survey. Once you've done that, system will also show you there are about 1492 employees, by the way, covered in this survey and this example. And then you'll be asked to choose whether you want to put this survey as one time or a periodic survey. The difference between one time and periodic is one time survey is just launch, analyze, close, and then put the action planning. In the periodic survey, you can actually set a timeline, and you can say that we want to launch this survey after every 90 days or after every 120 days. Or for that matter, you can also link it with the number of days people have spent in the company. For example, if you want to launch a survey for new joiners and you want to launch 3 different surveys, first to be sent to them on the 7th day of joining, second to be sent to them on 30th day of joining, and the third one maybe 90th day, you can actually do that with this periodic survey setup. Once you choose this type of survey, system will ask you whether the status is active or inactive, which means employee status. So you want to launch it for all the employees or even inactive employees who might be actually inactive for the reason of, let's say, maternity leave, long-term leave, sabbatical leave, and so on. You can then put a start date. Ideally speaking, it should be current date and onward, and you can put any futuristic day. So only from that day onward, this survey will be launched, and the employee will get employees and participants will get a mail from the system that they need to participate. You can, from the starting date, you can put a period, that how many number of days you want to launch it for. So let's say you want to keep it for 30 days. So system will continue this survey open from 4th of January till 3rd of February in this scenario. You can make this survey mandatory and non-mandatory. The anonymous survey yes and no option also allows you to give a confidence to the users. So if you are trying to be very transparent about the survey, you can actually put it no, it's non-anonymous, and users actually can give outcome candidly or not. But if you put yes, then it's obvious that what system is going to do, it is not going to reflect any individual results, but give you only outcome with at least minimum of 5 responses for any question. Once you decide all these factors, you click on the next, which is the last step. You actually get a summary of your survey design. Once you close this and understand that I'm happy with this particular survey plan, you launch it and system will initiate this survey. If you have launched it for 30 days and you want to freeze it after, let's say, 15 days, you can do that. You can also complete the survey, force complete, which means by 28th day, 25th day, you have got enough participation in the survey. You can simply just click on this and survey will be force closed and completed. You also have a option to copy this survey so that you can actually copy it, modify it a little bit in future, and then launch it again. And then the last one is about the analytics, which will be given to you in a format which is pretty much convenient to actually look at each of the questions response. So these are the questions which are reflected, these are the response type, and you will get a kind of graph that what kind of responses has been given by how much population of your employees. And the good part is that based on this particular results, you can also filter your results by using these particular demographic cuts. So you can say, I want to look at results only for India. You can simply just leave India here and refresh your option. All the results which are reflected below will be filtered out for Indian employees only. You can also cut by grade, by function, and go much deeper in to get the insights at where exactly is the problem if you find anything as an outcome of your survey. You can also download these reports as PDF or CSV file, but this will only come when it's an anonymous survey. This is how you complete it. Once you complete the survey, you also have a place where you can actually do an action planning. In the action planning area, you will be asked to select a particular survey for which you want to create an action plan. You can select an owner, so select from the list of employees which are already there in your company. Put a focus area, put some aim, why you want to do that, what is the impact you are expecting out of this action, how do you measure this impact, and then any comments if you want to put. You can also put a specific action item owner, and this action item owner will actually receive a mail from the system so that they can actually take those actions, and then after they do that action and complete it, they can actually close this particular action point on the system itself. You will have a complete tracking, so how many number of actions you continue to create here, you will have a complete tracking whether they are closed or open by looking at this particular page itself as a central repository. This is all about survey. Thank you very much. I hope you will enjoy.